We don't always pay attention, but the universe has mysterious ways of communicating with us. And for the chosen ones, these signals are even more intense. Have you noticed insects appearing frequently in your home, cockroaches appearing out of nowhere, spiders weaving webs in corners, or a black butterfly crossing your path? These little visitors can be much more than just part of the environment. The spirit world is always sending messages, but not everyone knows how to interpret them. Some presences are clear warnings about negative energies, while others indicate profound changes coming. Are you ignoring an important warning? What is the universe trying to tell you? Today we're going to uncover the hidden meanings behind the presence of these insects and what it might reveal about your spiritual life. So stay tuned, because what you hear could completely change the way you perceive the signs around you. Chapter 1. Insects as Spiritual Messengers. The chosen ones know that nothing happens by chance. The universe always finds ways to communicate, and often the most important signs go unnoticed in everyday life. Among these signs are insects. For most people, they are just a part of the environment appearing for natural reasons, but for those who have a deeper spiritual connection, the presence of these small beings can have much deeper meanings. Since ancient times, various cultures have believed that insects carry messages from the spirit world. Some are considered messengers of transformation, while others are harbingers of warning. What few people realize is that the recurrence of certain insects may be linked to energetic changes taking place around the chosen ones. Think about it. Why do certain insects suddenly start appearing more frequently in your home? Sometimes it's cockroaches appearing out of nowhere, ants invading without explanation, or even black butterflies landing on your window. This can be a reflection of your own vibrational field, or a warning that external forces are influencing your energy. Insects are extremely sensitive to vibrational variations in the environment and can perceive changes before we can even consciously identify them. If there is an accumulation of dense energy in a place, insects such as cockroaches and flies tend to appear. If there is a process of spiritual transition underway, butterflies and praying mantises can be signs of this moment of transformation. But how do you tell the difference between a simple fluke and a real spiritual warning? The answer lies in repetition and context. If an insect appears in isolation and without a pattern, there may be nothing significant. However, if it appears repeatedly at specific times in unexpected places or with unusual behavior, it's time to pay attention. The universe may be trying to alert you to something your eyes can't yet see. And to better understand this hidden language, let's explore the most common insects that appear in the homes of the chosen ones and what each of them may be trying to communicate. Starting with one of the most feared cockroaches. If they've started appearing frequently in your home, you'd better prepare yourself, because the message behind them may be much more serious than you think. Chapter 2. What are cockroaches trying to tell you? Few insects are as repulsive as cockroaches. They come out of nowhere, hide in the darkest corners, and seem almost indestructible. But what few people know is that on the spiritual plane, their presence can indicate something much deeper than a simple question of hygiene or disorganization. For the chosen ones, cockroaches carry a very specific energetic meaning. They are attracted to environments where there is an accumulation of impurities, and this doesn't just apply to the physical world, but also to the vibrational field. If you have noticed cockroaches appearing repeatedly in your home, especially at times when you're feeling tired, unmotivated, or surrounded by people who drain your energy, be aware. This could be a clear sign that there is a negative charge around you. Often the chosen ones go through phases where they feel an inexplicable weight, as if something is sucking away their vitality. This can be the result of energetic attacks, envy, or even the presence of people who carry dense energies. Cockroaches can appear as a physical reflection of this spiritual accumulation. They act as indicators that there is something in your environment that needs to be purified. But the way they appear is also important. If you see a cockroach in isolation, it could be a reminder that you need to take better care of your energy. But if they start appearing in groups or insistently, it could be a warning that the dense energy around you is intensifying and manifesting on the physical plane. So what do you do when cockroaches appear without explanation? The first step is to cleanse not only the physical environment, but also the energetic one. Herbs such as rosemary, rue, and lavender can help purify the space, driving away dense vibrations. In addition, maintaining a routine of meditation and distancing yourself from toxic influences is essential to prevent this energy from strengthening. But cockroaches aren't the only spiritual signs that can appear. Another unexpected visitor may be sending you an even deeper message: spiders. If they've been appearing frequently, it's best to pay attention because the meaning can be surprising. Chapter 3. What are spiders warning you about? If there is one insect that carries deep symbolism in the spiritual world, it is the spider. Unlike cockroaches, which indicate an accumulation of negative energy, spiders carry a more complex meaning, often linked to spiritual traps and karmic cycles that need to be broken. Have you ever had the feeling that you're stuck in a situation with no way out, as if you were trying to move forward but something invisible was holding you back? Well, when spiders start appearing frequently in your environment, this could be an indication that hidden forces are trying to trap you, to weave a web around you to limit your growth. Spiders are masters of patience and strategy. They create webs to capture their prey and wait for the right moment to act. On a spiritual level, this can translate into negative influences that are trying to manipulate you without you realizing it. This can come from people around you draining your energy, repetitive situations that are never resolved, or even thought patterns that keep you stagnant. For the chosen ones, the recurring presence of spiders can be a warning to be more careful. With empty promises, with relationships that seem secure, but are actually limiting your potential. It's a call to pay attention to your connections and avoid falling into destructive cycles. Here's an important detail: the place where the spiders appear can tell you a lot about the type of energy involved. If they appear in your bedroom, it could be a sign that something is trying to interfere with your rest and your dreams. If they appear at the entrance to the house, it could be a warning to be more selective about who you allow into your space. So what should you do if you've started to notice spiders appearing frequently? Perhaps it's time to take a deeper look at your life. Are there situations that need to be ended? People who need to be removed? Is there something you feel is holding you back but haven't yet been able to identify? Spiders can be a sign of imprisonment, but also of creation and transformation. If you are aware, you can use this warning as an opportunity to free yourself before the web closes completely. Chapter 4. The Mystery of Black Butterflies. Of all the insects that can appear in the house of the chosen few, carry as strong a symbolism as black butterflies. Unlike cockroaches and spiders, which indicate dense energy and spiritual traps, the black butterfly carries a message that can both frighten and liberate inevitable change. Since ancient times, many cultures have believed that the black butterfly is linked to the mystery of transformation and the transition between worlds. Some traditions see it as an omen of death, not necessarily physical, but the end of a cycle, a radical change about to take place. For the chosen ones who live in constant spiritual evolution, this sign never comes by chance. If you've seen a black butterfly entering your house or landing near you, you should prepare yourself. It could mean that a major turning point is on the way. It could be a change in your personal life, an even more intense spiritual awakening, or even the need to move away from people and situations that are no longer part of your path. But here's an essential detail. What do you feel when you see this butterfly? If it's an inexplicable fear, it could be a warning that something needs to be closed, but that you're not yet ready to accept it. If it's a feeling of peace or curiosity, it could be a sign that transformation is necessary, but that deep down it will be for your own good. Another important point is to observe the moment when the black butterfly appears. If you are going through a phase of uncertainty, doubt, or emotional instability, this insect could be a messenger confirming that something needs to change. The universe is warning you that there's no point in resisting. The new cycle is going to arrive anyway, and the more you cling to what no longer serves you, the more difficult the transition will be. And here's a curious fact. Some people report that after seeing a black butterfly, they begin to have revealing dreams or feel more intense spiritual presences. This is because this insect is also linked to the veil between worlds and can indicate visits from spirit guides or even ancestors trying to communicate. If the black butterfly has appeared in your home, reflect what in your life needs to be transformed. What are you holding on to that you should have let go of? Share it in the comments. Chapter 5. The hidden warning of flies. Flies may seem like insignificant insects, just an ordinary part of everyday life. But for the chosen ones, their presence can mean much more than a simple nuisance. Unlike black butterflies, which carry messages of transformation, or spiders which warn of spiritual traps, flies carry an even more urgent warning: contaminated energy. These insects are attracted to waste dirt and decay, and on the spiritual plane this is no different. When they start appearing repeatedly in your home without a logical explanation, it's time to pay attention. Even if the environment is physically clean, their presence can indicate that something invisible but extremely toxic is accumulating around you. For the chosen ones, this can mean many things: spiritual attacks, envy from people close to you, or even energy portals opened without control. If you've started to notice flies appearing insistently, it's important to look at a few factors. Firstly, your emotional and mental state. Have you been feeling more tired, irritable, or overwhelmed lately? The flies may be reflecting this heavy energy, indicating that you need to strengthen your spiritual field. Another important point is the presence of conflicts and arguments in the environment. If your home has been the scene of constant quarrels or unexplained tensions, this could be generating an accumulation of dense energy, attracting these insects. Also, pay attention to the people who have entered your space. Some people carry such charged energy that they leave heavy trails wherever they go, and this could be one of the reasons for the sudden appearance of flies. But the worst-case scenario is when these insects are a sign of spiritual interference. For the chosen ones, their insistent presence may indicate that some negative entity is trying to feed off their energy or taking advantage of a moment of vulnerability. And here's an even more worrying detail: if you've tried everything to keep these flies away, and they keep appearing out of nowhere, this could be a warning that something is asking for your attention. In these cases, it is essential to reinforce the protection of the environment with smokes, prayers, and energy cleansing practices. Chapter 6: Ants, the sign that you are being monitored. Ants may seem harmless small insects that appear in search of food, but for the chosen ones, their excessive presence can be a sign of something much more serious: spiritual espionage and energy drainage. Unlike flies, which indicate a spiritually contaminated environment, ants can indicate that something or someone is quietly monitoring you, trying to suck your strength without you realizing it. If lately you've noticed ants appearing in unexpected places in your home, not just near food, but in personal objects, corners of furniture, or even around your bed, pay attention. Their presence may be linked to spiritual forces that want to watch your steps, weaken your energy, or even block your growth. This is because ants symbolize organization and intense communication. In the spiritual world, they can represent an invisible network that connects to you, whether through the thoughts of others, spells, envy, or even subtle energetic attacks. And you know what's even more curious? Many people who have been chosen report that when they are going through moments of big decisions or spiritual changes, ants suddenly start appearing with no logical explanation. They can be a sign that there are people or entities interested in keeping you under control, draining your energy so that you don't move forward. This can come from charged environments, objects that carry strange energies, or even unwanted spiritual connections. If the ants have started appearing for no apparent reason and in an insistent manner, it is essential to reinforce your protection. In addition to physical cleansing, spiritual cleansing is essential. Burning purification herbs such as rosemary and rue can help dispel these influences. Another powerful practice is to keep your energy high, avoiding negative thoughts and closing any spiritual gaps that may be allowing this invasion. And now I want to know from you, have any of these insects appeared frequently in your home? Have you noticed anything strange happening after their presence? Share your experience in the comments, because your story could help other people identify the spiritual signs that they were ignoring. Chapter 7: The Signs. The universe is sending you signs are everywhere, but we don't always notice them immediately. For the chosen ones, nothing is a coincidence. When insects such as black butterflies, spiders, cockroaches, scorpions, flies, and ants start appearing repeatedly in your home, this can be a clear warning that something in the spiritual field is out of balance. Whether it's an attempt at communication from the universe, a warning about negative energies around you, or even spiritual attacks disguised as ordinary everyday events, everything has a deeper meaning. The important thing is not to ignore these signs. If you've noticed an increase in the presence of these insects without a logical explanation, also take a look at your energy, your thoughts, and the people you've been living with. Are you absorbing negative charges from others? Does your spiritual field need strengthening? Or perhaps it's time to cut ties with environments and people who no longer vibrate at the same frequency as you. Keeping your space clean, both physically and spiritually, is essential. Smoking prayers, energy baths, and the constant practice of raising your vibration can make all the difference. Remember, the chosen ones are constantly tested and observed, but they also have immense power to transform their own reality. Chapter C. 8. Your response to the call of the universe. Now that you understand what these signs can mean, the question remains, are you ready to act? The universe doesn't send messages for no reason. If insects are persistently appearing in your home, it's not just a coincidence. It's a call for you to take a closer look at what's happening in your life and around you. How you react to these signs can determine your next step on the spiritual path. You can ignore them and continue living on automatic, or you can recognize them as part of a larger system of communication and start taking action to align your energy with your purpose. Spiritual protection is not only about pushing away the negative, but also about strengthening the positive. Connecting with your essence, strengthening your faith, and maintaining practices that raise your vibration are fundamental so that you can move forward without being influenced by external forces. The most important thing to remember is that you have the power to change your reality. No dense energy can hit you if you are vibrating high enough. No attack can knock you down if you know how to protect yourself. No obstacle can hold you back if you are aware of your strength and purpose. The signs are everywhere, but few pay attention to them. For the chosen ones, nothing happens by chance. If insects such as cockroaches, spiders, black butterflies, flies, or ants have repeatedly appeared in your home, this could be a clear warning that something in the spiritual field needs your attention. The universe always sends messages, but it's up to you to interpret and act on them. Is your energy being drained? Is there something that needs to be transformed in your life? Ignoring these signs can mean leaving doors open to influences that shouldn't be there. Now I want to know, have any of these bugs been appearing frequently in your home? Have you ever felt that something bigger was trying to communicate with you? Share your experience in the comments. And if this content made sense to you, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. See you soon.